The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
There's a girl, she's a star, she's got style, Steffi Star, you see her face around the town, she's popular, Steffi Star.
I'm Stephanie Weinstein.
And I'm Meredith Keach.
And we have a top producing real estate team. There's 11 of us at Coldwell Banker.
In Easton.
Yeah, in Easton. And we are so excited.
Wicked.
We are giddy.
Beyond.
Today is part 2.
2, folks.
With the famous Heath Berkowitz.
What an introduction. Can we get the energy up a little?
Welcome back, Heath. You are
Thank
a
you.
crowd pleaser. People
Crowd pleaser.
wanted to hear more.
You
we
were
had
raw.
to get you back.
That was raw.
It was our top performer.
You were right. We barely talked. You ran the entire podcast.
I was
nothing new, although you are still claiming today this is not a podcast.
It is not a podcast. A podcast is an audio
Here
file.
we go.
It's an audio
It
file.
also is an audio file.
Where? Where can I hear
Adam
the audio
knows.
file?
Adam knows.
You know
Adam's
what?
not here. Ben's here. Hey, Ben, where can we hear just the audio file and not watch the video on YouTube?
It's not on YouTube, but anywhere you listen to podcasts, Spotify.
It's on Spotify? Just the
Hello.
audio?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's a podcast.
Okay, apology. We're waiting for our
Hold on.
apologies.
How did we get this show on Spotify?
What do you mean, how did we get the show on Spotify? And you said you were going to redo, you have to fix the song.
I will. I'll do that tomorrow.
Okay, I heard that weeks ago.
I never said tomorrow, ever.
Oh.
I like your t-shirt.
Thank you. BostonGuitar.com.
Oh.
Um,
Heath store.
all right, so if
Go
it
buy
is
a guitar.
if it is available as an audio file, that would be a podcast.
Okay, so now are you okay?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Steph.
Oh,
And
thanks,
Meredith.
Heath.
And Ben.
Thanks, Heath.
And Adam.
Thanks. We accept.
Still not a podcast.
It's a podcast.
I'm very happy to be here.
All right,
I
well,
appreciate you bringing me back.
A
We're so
lot
glad-
has happened since we last
Yeah.
met.
Well, I know
Stephanie
you
and I-
had another show before
Stephanie and
this
I are
one.
now pickleball players.
I heard that.
Yeah, and not only that, but we are advanced beginners.
Who said that?
We did.
Coach Colleen.
Yes, Coach.
Coach Colleen.
We
Coach
finished.
Colleen said, you're done with beginner. I don't want you going back to that. We're going to move on to
That's awesome.
advanced beginner.
Why are you making that face? That's
Well, I'm not
awesome.
really sure.
Yesterday, we actually played pickleball, though.
We did.
I heard you had an injury, though.
I do.
Already?
Yeah.
A finger injury?
I have a knuckle injury.
That's not an injury.
Meredith whipped the ball, and I froze with fear. So the problem with pickleball is, you hold the paddle.
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 Thank you.
I got in trouble before.
Yeah,
I
no,
said to
it's-
Heath, I
there's
said,
no
"Oh,
strings."
you brought all your rackets." He's like, "These are paddles. They're not rackets." Anyway, so Meredith was so happy yesterday to keep whipping the ball at my face, and I got scared, and my finger got in the way, and now I have black and blue.
Let me see.
Well, that comes up. I mean,
Right
you,
here.
you
Yeah,
when the
it
ball
is black
comes
and
at
blue.
you, you freeze a little.
You heard
Yeah.
it.
I don't know if I should go
I
this
freeze
way.
Well,
too.
you're not- you
Coach
can't-
Colleen says,
"Ah!"
when that happens, just hold your paddle up and block it.
Right. To protect yourself.
Now, Meredith was trying to whip it instead of placing it. She was power instead of placement. Isn't that wrong, Heath?
It depends on the circumstance. I mean, certainly
I mean, Coach Colleen was also whipping it.
pickleball
was.
is.
She's like, all right, we want to be over, and she'd whack it.
Yeah, she's like, boom, boom, boom. Okay,
And then-
we won.
yeah.
Girls, it's over. I'm like, oh.
Certainly pickleball at the higher levels, you want to slow it down and
Oh.
use touch and not as much pace.
Coach Colleen is beautiful too.
Is she?
Yeah,
When's her
she's
next
like-
class?
She is.
We're trying to figure that out.
Do you want to come in our class with
She's
us?
beautiful.
We do
That would
that
be
like
so-
undercover
she has
thing.
That would be
Where
so
I come
funny.
and pretend I'm a
legs and
beginner.
beautiful,
Yes.
long, thick hair,
Yeah,
and
she
a pretty
does.
smile.
Wait, long legs and long hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not my type.
Mm, she's I think she's very pretty.
I like stubby legs and short hair.
I mean, well, a little stubble on the legs too. That's fine.
stubby legs.
To each his own.
Perfect. Right, to each his own. Well, Coach Colleen schleps here from Duxbury.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They needed to find someone from Duxbury to do this in Easton?
Well, it's Eastern
Probably.
Rec and
Right.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
She took
Well-
coaches at Pickles too.
More importantly, are you having fun?
Yes.
Oh
Playing.
my God.
It's fun,
I
right?
love it.
So fun.
Except I feel like I'm not going to be that good.
Same.
And it
Not
worries
that
me.
I think you're not going to be that good. I mean,
I was so
Meredith's
proud.
like, you're not even going to be good at all.
Heath, I slammed 2 of them, and she goes, "That's great, but you're out. Your feet were in the
You're
kitchen."
in the kitchen.
yeah.
When's the last time you were in the kitchen?
There's nah. Oh, this morning I made something.
No, you didn't. I said, you're out to dinner and you're out every meal.
Yeah, forget that. We're talking about pickleball.
But what about you were just at Katz's Deli, right?
She did a long dink in the kitchen.
Yeah. Well, that's what Colleen said. She said we're going to practice our long dinks
But,
in the kitchen. Now, why is pickleball so sexual?
Yeah. Inquire minds.
Why are you asking me?
Why?
Because you're
Well,
like a pickleball guy
Right, you're the pickleball instructor.
It's not sexual at all.
Dinks,
in the kitchen
long dinks,
Is the kitchen sexual?
a short dink.
for some.
It's just dinking's dinking. It's short dink, long dink.
Like,
I
who
mean,
came up with the dink name?
I don't know.
I have no.
the
Well,
pickleball
the people who invented it in 1965.
And so, did they really do it? They had a dog named Pickles or something.
That's how the name came from. The dog was named.
Is this
Pickles.
true?
I don't know.
Yes, it's true.
It's questionable.
Why you can't have a dog named Pickles?
No, the whole
I wish the dog was named something else because the whole pickle thing is
The pickle thing
wearing
is weird.
thin. Yeah, it's wearing thin on me. But
How do you serve?
it's so much
Do
fun.
you bounce it or do you hold
No,
it?
I don't bounce it.
I don't either. Meredith likes. Oh, you don't bounce it either.
It's not actually bouncing it. It's dropping it. If you bounce it, that's illegal.
I know, and it can't go above your navel, right?
If
Or
you
something.
bounce it, you can serve it any way you want. If you drop serve, you can serve any way you want. That gets rid of all the rules.
I think we picked that up in advanced beginner.
Yeah, if you hit it out of your
Coach
hand,
Colleen was like,
you
"Do
have
it this
to.
way."
Your paddle motion has to come up, and you can't hit it above your navel. But if you drop it, all that goes away. Those rules go away.
What?
I don't. Next class.
What the hell are you talking about?
I can't do tomorrow, by the
I
way.
think it's pretty
Oh.
simple.
I have jury duty.
Oh, well, I can't do it on the 8th.
Me either.
Are you
So
talking
now
about the pickleball classes?
Yeah.
So we'll have to pick it up in 2 weeks.
All right. Well, you're in charge.
I'll take care of it.
You pick it up in 2 weeks then.
We'll pick it up in 2
We
weeks.
want to keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. So we're
should.
going to sign up for another 4 weeks. And we have that ironed out on Thursdays, but we just have to figure out when to start because it's a tough time of year too, you know.
It is.
Like,
actually.
Luckily, Meredith has an in with the rec committee because she is the rec committee. Aren't you?
no, there's like 7 of us.
Oh.
I just signed up for a ladder thing on Tuesday nights. Yesterday.
The pickleball ladder?
Yeah, Chris Puska's running it.
What's a pickleball ladder?
It's basically a bunch of people on all the courts, and as you win, you move up courts,
Is that through rec?
and as you lose, this is something that we do at Brown Malone every Monday night. So now we're going to do it there on Tuesday nights, a new group.
Fun.
The
But
ladder group
it
at
is
Brown
through the
Malone?
rec. It is through the rec.
Oh.
Oh, all right. I was on there this morning looking at some of the classes.
I'm too scared to play with people
They
I
have a
don't know.
fishing clinic coming up.
With people you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I wouldn't
Really?
like that. I would be petrified to do the rotation.
What do you mean? You're the most outgoing person I know.
Well, we haven't really like played games.
Yeah.
Yesterday was like our
Not
first, and it
confident
wasn't
yet.
even like a real game, and we still mess up when serving and am I one
We
or
freeze.
2 or bouncing back and
Right.
forth, and then when do I go forward? When do I go back? We're learning. We're
Right.
getting there because
Right.
we're
We know when
advanced
we
beginners.
serve, we stay back.
Yeah.
And we
Right.
know when the other team serves, one stays back, one goes forward.
Yeah.
But we like to just stand there.
When they receive, one stays
Yeah.
up and one
Right.
goes forward.
Right.
Right.
That part's kind of like tennis, but it's the more you play, the rules and the scoring and all that, it'll come really quick.
Yeah.
You're gonna play hopefully with people within your level. So if you go out there and play, and
Advanced
there are people
beginners.
that are way better,
Yeah.
then that's not gonna be fun for them or you. So
Right.
you're gonna play with people around your level, and then you're gonna get better and move up.
Yeah.
That's how it works. There's
Yeah.
nothing to
I
be
don't
afraid
like
of.
when I'm in the back and the ball trickles over the net and I
Well,
have
there's
to
nothing
run.
you can do about that.
Yeah.
You don't like running.
No. I just want to stand in
Do you
place.
wear high heels when you play
I
pickleball?
don't. I am in sneakers. But I don't like that.
You don't like sneakers.
No, I don't like.
Well,
I freeze. To be honest with you, I freeze.
You just
And
have
then
to
I don't
play
know
some.
if it's my hit or my partner's.
You
hit.
got to call it.
we just need to.
Yeah,
do
you're
it.
We
at the
just need more
beginning of
practice.
it.
We're just learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
I'm sure
big
it's.
stuff.
I'm
and
sure
we
you're
like
better
it.
than some people that have begun.
Yeah.
Totally.
There's all different levels.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
You know?
tell us about a pickleball tournament. How does that work?
Well, at Brown Malone in Easton, that's where I'm the director of pickleball.
Okay. That's a big name.
Director.
I'm the director of
That's a
pickleball.
big name.
You have a lot of titles.
I'm also the men's tennis coordinator at the Brown Malone Club in Easton, and I have been
Heath,
for a
when
long
did
time.
you become so athletic?
I think I've been trying to make up for it in my old age.
Good.
I mean, I played some sports in high school and tennis, and
Yeah.
I was on the freshman football team at OA.
That's big.
You
You wore your jacket then, right?
It was
What
like
position?
it was like the first year they had the new field
Oh.
that's there now. That's how old I am. I don't know. They put me in. They rarely put me in. Me and my friend used to play. We were tiny, like I was half the size I am now. They put me in at like defensive lineman. I wasn't very good, but
Well, you're making up for it.
I was decent on the tennis team. But I didn't play tennis at all until from maybe 16 to 39, 40.
You didn't?
No,
Ah.
not at all. And then my friend just asked me one day, you play tennis? You used to play tennis? I go, I used to play tennis. You want to play tennis? Sure, let's go play tennis.
Where'd you play?
And I called the Brown Malone Club, and I spoke to Brian, the owner, who's a good friend of mine now, Brian Malone. And
Name dropper.
we didn't like each other at first.
Not surprised.
He was a bit of a hothead, and so was I.
Not surprised.
But I went there and played, and instantly on the court, I'm like, why haven't I been doing this the whole time? I love this.
Right.
And then I took a lesson, and it turned into me captaining some teams. And
Pickleball or tennis?
this is tennis.
Okay.
So for like 10 years, I still am the men's tennis coordinator at the Brown Malone Club. And then
This is unbelievable.
last March, no, we'd see pickleball.
2022 or 2023?
2022. We'd see pickleball, the tennis players on the court, and we all hated it. Tennis players generally hate pickleball.
Like snowboarders and skiers.
Exactly. So they generally hate it. And
Is 104 Center Street still available?
Yes.
Okay.
are we doing a radio show? What are we doing here?
No, this is
It was a top
an
agent
audio
texting
file.
me, and I really needed to.
Who's the top agent?
I don't want to say.
You can't say who the top
Anyway,
agent
so
is.
Go ahead, Heathy.
March of 2022.
So,
Oh.
we had seen pickleball being played in the tennis players. We didn't like it. It's loud. It's annoying. It doesn't look that athletic when you just watch it, especially when you watch lower level people play it. So, like, not you guys in particular, but people. So, me and my tennis friends wanted nothing to do with it. But my friend Sonia Marcaselli, Sonia Welsh,
I grew up
who
with
I've
Sonia.
been friends with since high school, she plays tennis. So me and
She
her
was a
got
really good tennis player.
kind of
growing
reacquainted
up.
at the Brown Malone Club.
I imagine she still
And-
is.
Yeah,
She did.
she's a good tennis player. So she says to me, "Hey, do you want to go play pickleball?" And I said, "F no, I don't want to go play pickleball. I have no desire to play pickleball." Oh, come on, it's a fundraiser.
Did you say F or did you say the actual word?
I said the actual word,
Wait, do you play with Todd too?
Todd.
Texera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's
play
funny
with-
that you say that because this fundraiser was for Todd,
You're right.
and
I supported it. I was a sponsor.
he was running the marathon.
Yes.
So she's like,
Oh.
"Do you want to come to Pickles, which is a pickleball club in Hanover, and play in this tournament?" And I said, "No, I definitely don't."
I hate
And,
pickleball.
and she's like, "Come on," she did the girl thing where the girls entice the guys to come because they're cute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm like, all right, I'll go. So I grabbed nobody else could have got me to go. Nobody. So I grabbed my tennis friend Liam.
Yep.
We go over to Pickles. We're warming up.
Yep.
And Chris Puska, who now I'm good friends with,
Yep.
comes. He's running it. He runs all the stuff, and he comes over to me and he goes, "Yeah, you two can't play together."
Oh.
And I'm like, "I've literally been playing this for a minute and a half. Never played this before." I went out that day, bought a paddle. Like I had no idea what I was doing. Didn't know the rules, nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can tell you play tennis, so you guys can't play together.
Oh.
I go, okay, whatever, dude. So I win the tournament.
The
that
whole
day.
pickleball
The
tournament.
entire tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a super high level, but it was super fun. It was a fundraiser, and there was a bunch of money raised. Not only that, I won the 50-50 raffle.
How much?
Like 2-something.
200 or 2,000?
No, 200 and something. And I didn't keep it. I gave it back to the thing.
I
you know
hate
what
that.
mean?
You should have kept it.
Why?
I hate when people give it back.
I'm there to raise funds.
then they shouldn't have it have 50-50 if they expect people to give it
They
back.
didn't expect it.
They do. Everybody does. But I hate when
They
people
do?
Wow.
I never even thought of giving it back.
I hate that when people give
Meredith
it back.
usually wins a meat raffle.
Okay. Anyway,
Yes.
that's the kind of guy I am. I gave it back. All right. You never even thought of it. I thought of it.
I would just say yippee.
Right.
I did. I said yippee, and then I gave the money
Yeah.
back.
Oh, well, you're better than us.
So anyway, the next day, I called Brian Malone,
Okay.
and I'm like, dude,
I'm in love with pickleball.
I played pickleball last night. I won this tournament. I had so much fun. He's like, pickleball, and he didn't want anything to do with it. Didn't, and most tennis people don't. Like, even still, when I run across people that I want to get into pickleball that are tennis players, most of them, they're very resistant to it.
You know why?
Until I get them out there.
You know what I've been hearing?
What?
They feel old if they play pickleball.
Well, there's a lot to that. I mean, a lot of people think that because old people can play pickleball,
Yeah.
that it's not athletic, and
Yes.
you know, it's not a sport for real athletes, which, you know, I've found out is not true at all.
Right.
So anyway, for months I was playing pickleball. I made a new set of friends, which, you know, who doesn't want to make a new set of friends?
You guys have pickleball specific courts at
No.
Brown Balloon?
No.
So they're hybrid.
Yes.
Got
So basically, you know, from March through the summer, I was playing pickleball a lot at Chris's house, PKL in Boston, Pickles, blah, blah, blah.
You
And,
travel.
I'll travel a little bit. So
You were obsessed.
Brian kept sending me texts. Hey, you playing pickleball with the crying emoji face, like making fun of me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I am. I'm having a blast. He's like, oh. So then what happens is LeBron James buys a team.
Oh.
Tom Brady buys a team. Whole bunch of pro tennis players buy teams.
Should we
What
buy
kind
a
of team?
Mark Cuban buys a team.
What do you mean?
Pro pickleball teams.
Oh,
This
it's
is-
pro pickleball?
How much
Yeah.
is a pro?
My audio sounds
pickleball?
weird. Does it sound weird to you?
No. You
It sounds
fine.
weird to me. It's something. Okay.
So all this is happening. So
There's
finally,
pro
at the
pickleball?
beginning of November in 2022.
Should we
Buy
try?
a team?
We should try. We'll buy a team.
What?
We want to buy a team.
Can we buy a team?
Heath, hook us up.
I don't know anything about buying a team. Anyway, you can buy a team at the Brown Malone Club, maybe.
Can we?
Yeah, we will.
Okay. That's our speed.
So,
WK.
he calls me at the beginning of November and says, all right, I think it's time. I said, what's it time for? He goes, pickleball. I said, you're kidding me. So I have a friend who does game lining, puts the lines on the courts. Me and my friend go, one night we did 4 courts, like,
You made a kitchen?
yeah, we made a kitchen. We made a bunch of kitchens. We did 4 courts in one night, and then a couple nights later, we did 2 more courts. So we have 6 pickleball courts at the club on great surfaces. So
Not on the clay.
not on the clay. I guess they tried doing that like 6 years ago on the clay, which it was dumb. I don't
Yeah.
know why they did it, but
You mean just
it didn't
clay
work.
courts for tennis? They did that?
Yeah, they tried to do
Oh.
pickleball on it
Do they still have a
at the
pool?
club. Yeah, they do. They
My
have pool
kids go to the pool.
memberships.
My kids go to the pool.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, so now we do the courts. We get the courts ready. We organize an open house.
Yeah.
November 18th.
Oh, I didn't get an invite.
November
No, you
18,
didn't.
2020.
Did you get?
Two,
Did you
yes.
get an invite?
Nope.
I organized this thing
Got nothing.
on the 18th of November, in the morning from 9 to 11, and then at night from 7 to 9. I had 105 people come to play pickleball for the first time at the Brown Balloon Club.
That's pretty impressive.
So I've been organizing tennis there, like I said, for 10 years. If I had 10 more years, I couldn't get 105 tennis players there on the same day to save my life. Never happened. So, you know,
Pickleball explosion.
it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. So then after that, we started doing drop-ins where people just come and play. We capped that at 32. Now, you know, it's an indoor club, so most of this is winter stuff. You know what I mean?
Is this all members?
Members and non-members.
In the bubble.
Oh.
Yes.
Gregory took tennis
Yeah,
lessons
exactly.
there.
So, you know, I put the drop-ins out online. 32 people, sells out in like a minute.
Minutes.
Like 5 times a week in the winter when people don't want, like
So-
right now everybody wants to play outside, you know.
Wait a minute though. So how does it work? I sign up,
Yeah.
and what happens then?
You come to the club.
Anytime I want.
No, you signed up. They're set times.
Okay.
So say it was like 7 to 10 or 7 to 9 at
And then
night or
how do I
whatever.
know there'll be 3 other players in my ability?
No, there's like 32 players.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's a whiteboard, and you put your name up. And if you've ever been to like a public thing, basically they use all different things. People use paddle racks, they use whiteboards, all different stuff. So you put your
Do
name
they
up.
do-
You put your name in a box, and that's when you get 4
They're not
people
going
to
to
go on the
put
court.
Meredith with 3 guys, are they?
all different kind of combination. No, you don't. You put yourself in the box.
So I just
No one puts me in a box.
I knew you were going to say that.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I sign up,
Oh.
and then I show up with my paddle
Correct.
And a cute outfit.
and a cute outfit,
Preferably.
and then what happens next?
You put your name on a board, and when there's 4 people in a box, you go on a court.
So she just picks any box and puts her name down.
Yeah, I mean, some
Meredith
people want to.
Keach.
Some people want to play with their friends.
So
You know, there's
Stephanie and I show up. There'll be 2 other people. How do you know?
What if we don't like them?
And are they advanced beginners?
I will say that most of the issues that have been from pickleball have come from women. I will say that.
I mean,
So basically,
That's rude.
when I started it, I'm like, trying to be in control of it, and I want to run it the way I want to run it. Right?
You're
It's my thing.
So controlling.
I am a control freak. So, you know, basically every day, as soon as I'm on the court playing, all these people gather around the whiteboard and they change what I'm doing and they do it. I had to sign with the rules. So it didn't take me long to realize, why do I even care
Yeah.
how this runs?
All right.
As long as people come and have fun,
right,
that's all I care about.
right,
So I'm not going to go over there and argue with 9 women about how they do it in Sharon or
Right.
somewhere else.
right.
At first, I'm like, this ain't Sharon. Like, I don't care what they do in Sharon. You know what I mean? But then I
Don't talk
realized,
about my town.
why do I even care?
Right.
So I
right.
just
Let
now
it
I,
go.
now I steer clear of the whiteboard. I let them
Smart.
do it any way
Right.
they
Who
want.
cares?
Yeah.
And I just want everybody to have fun. That's really all that matters, you know?
So would we be vulnerable if we came in?
Vulnerable to what?
Those
Meredith.
9 women?
What?
Those 9 women?
You may be. You may be.
I mean,
vulnerable
Stephanie
to
and I
them.
show up. We're gonna get yelled at by 9 women.
I feel like you guys will be fine.
I feel like they're all a bunch of Colleens.
Oh,
Not that Colleen yells at us,
right.
but she's so good.
And she knows what she's doing.
And
that's
she's so
not,
pretty.
That's not
So
what it is.
she's so pretty. And she'd be like, "No, girls, just do it this way."
Right.
And we'd be like, "Okay."
And then I feel like they would steal all the shots.
Well, usually it's the men that do that because there's a lot of mixed doubles, so you play with men.
I don't want to play with someone.
I don't want to play with my husband.
Women and men play together.
Yeah, I don't want to play with Meredith's husband either.
No, he like you on your way, and he'll be like, "You better have your game face on."
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely never playing with
No.
him.
I'll play with them.
You can play with him. I don't want to play with him.
But a lot of
Meredith,
times when men and women play together,
Get him a pickleball lesson
men-
with Heath
the men take.
Oh, for his birthday,
for Father's Day
and
or his
Father's
birthday.
Day, they both come up.
Yes,
Brilliant.
Oh, hold on.
'Cause
yes.
we have to. He so
You can get him. You'll buy.
I got my credit card processor right
You'll.
here.
Oh, look at it. You'll
So-
buy a paddle from Heath, and you'll book
That's
him
an
for.
amazing
I
gift.
need lessons for my husband and 3 children because we are going to be playing pickleball in August, and they need to know how to play.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay,
That's what I do.
so maybe I'll do ongoing.
I do a lot of lessons before vacation.
So that'll be
type of
4.
thing.
Oh.
That'll be 4, which will be good.
That's great.
Four's
I'll
perfect.
How
find
many
a
can you
night.
teach
and
at
they
a
can
time?
Each time.
Up to 8.
Oh, so your whole family can take a lesson.
I don't want to do it with them.
No, stay clear away from those people. And plus, you're way better than they are.
I'm advanced beginner.
Yeah, they have no clue.
That's brilliant. You just figured out my birthday gift.
You know what, Meredith?
That's 2 thank yous in one day.
I add so much to your life.
That's reasonable.
Heath was actually really easy when I called him. I called and he answered the phone.
Yeah,
and I
because
said,
he doesn't put anything on his calendar, so he says yes to everything.
I said, "Hi, Heath. It's Meredith." He's like, "Yeah, I know it's you." I was like, oh, "Okay."
Hello, Heath. This is Meredith K. Keach.
Okay, just checking.
Can you text me a picture of your ID next time before I talk to you?
I can't believe you brought your credit card processor.
I have it in my bag because I own a pro shop. At the
So I
Bonneville
called
Club.
him because I said,
Oh,
I need to set
right.
up a program for my children for the
Right.
summer. They've taken tennis the last 3 years, but I want them to learn to play pickleball because I
Yeah.
think they'll really like
Very
it.
important.
And he said, "Fine, figure
Yeah,
it out
so
and then let
problem.
me know and we'll do it." So I said, "Can I
I'm
get a
so
bunch
easy.
of kids?" He said, "Yes."
so easy.
I said,
This is
"Wonderful."
amazing.
I said, "We'll sign up. I'll sign them up for the pool and then they can come learn to play pickleball.
Oh, my
They can have some
God.
lunch.
They can have lunch.
It's
I can just
you
drop
can
them
get
off.
rid of them for a few
get rid of
hours.
them.
Wait, do
But I
they
need
have
my
food
husband to learn
there,
to
or
play.
does Meredith have to pack a sandwich?
I pack a sandwich.
Oh.
They,
Why
they-
don't you get a
Or you can
snack
order
bar
They
there?
They order from places.
You can order from cousins and stuff.
We're not going down the restaurant road again like
Yeah.
last time.
Heath, you can run this little side
How many
restaurant.
things can I frickin' do?
I mean, I think the pickleball is pretty fun.
I don't even keep a
Can you-
schedule.
Wait a minute. Can you tell us about the article?
What article? Oh, the article. So anyway, So we do all these drop-ins.
Oh, right, the drop-ins.
Extremely
Wildly
popular.
successful.
Yeah, it's going so great.
Everything.
The owner of the club is super happy, so I'm happy.
Yep.
Everybody. I see everybody out there from painting the lines to seeing it full,
Yep.
and seeing all the people being active.
Yep.
And it isn't like a bunch of tennis players. It's people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
It's young people, old people, in shape people, out of shape people. It's all types of people.
Like a marathon.
And to see them, being active and having fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a great feeling.
Right.
So then I said, all right, we're going to do a big tournament. And he's like, a big tournament. I said, a big freaking tournament, right?
Amazing.
So in February, we do a tournament. There's a couple of websites where you put the tournaments on. And it's called Pickleball Brackets.
Pickleball. That's the app.
Yeah, that's the website. Thank you for the mint. And so we do the tournament. So we put the
Dang.
tournament on.
This is good. Okay, yep.
We put the tournament on in February. We have 209 people register.
Wow.
I had 190 people play.
What did Mr. Balone say?
They paid $80 each.
How did you do
Wait,
109?
let me do the
It's not divided by
calculations.
4.
What?
109 isn't divided by 4.
No, it's 8 different events. It's not divided
Wait,
by
can you
4.
tell me how many people again?
209.
It was $16,000.
209
But you can't
times-
divide it by
What?
4. So how did you?
It's not divided by 4.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4 people
80.
on a court.
80 equals $16,720.
Yeah, but how do you?
What did I just say?
What do you do?
You said
I-
16,000.
I'm trapped in the number here.
What?
Well,
All
he
right.
had
So anyway,
209
so with
people.
all those people, listen, Meredith, with all those people, there's 8 different events.
Okay.
So there's different levels. There's singles. There's doubles.
Oh, the singles.
There's
is
women's
where you do.
doubles. There's
Oh,
men's doubles. There's mixed doubles at all different levels. Mixed
Steph,
doubles is 3
We could
different
go play
levels.
singles.
Just me and you?
Well, I'm just saying because I thought you had to play in 4s.
Well, that's doubles.
No, Meredith, I'm not playing.
There's doubles.
against
There's
you.
singles. All this other stuff.
Not.
So the tournament-
You're not trapping me into that.
The tournament is wildly successful.
I bet.
Wildly.
Yeah.
And I'm running it. I
We're
got a mic.
basically
I'm like
ready.
the MC.
What'd you say? Give us a for instance. What if Meredith and I were playing?
So there's 6 courts, right? So one court is the court 1, which is right next to the tournament desk, which is my desk, and I have a guy named Jacob who helps me, who works at the desk at Brown Malone. Great kid. And
Jewish?
I don't know. I don't ask people their religions when I
Stephanie
meet them.
does.
So anyway, so court 1, and all the matches I wanted to see right in front of me, I'd put them on court 1, and I had the mic, and I'd be like, next up on court 1, show court.
Show court.
Show court.
You were like
And
the-
I'd
you were
say
the
the
disc
name.
jockey.
So everybody kept saying you sound like a disc jockey at a strip club.
You were like the guy
Big-
at
yeah.
Roller World in the box.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would love that
Couple
job.
skate.
Couple skate.
All right,
I
question.
love that.
So
Quick question.
yes,
So let's say Stephanie and I entered
as a doubles team,
doubles team.
okay,
What division do you put
you would
us in?
enter the 3-0 women's doubles.
3-0. What
Yeah,
does
that's
3-0 stand for?
That's the lowest level that we have.
Okay.
So
Shame on you.
okay, into the 4-0 plus. So people have ratings. It's just like tennis. All right, and say like
Kill me.
say a professional tennis player or pickleball player,
Okay.
a 6-0.
Oh.
6.0 is there.
Well, then 3 is
would be
pretty
the rating.
close.
It's half.
Okay.
Technically. So I mean, you guys probably right now, you're probably like 2.0s.
3.1.
No,
Oh.
2.0s.
What about?
There's a big thing with the ratings where
Meredith
everybody
and
thinks they're
Stephanie
better than
2.0.
There's so many people that come to our club
Dare you? We are tens.
that thinks they're 3.5s and they're not 3.5s. So
Do you break it to them?
sometimes
Do you say, buddy?
so I've done that in tennis too. It's
What do
not,
you do? What do you
it's
say?
not fun.
What do you say?
It's not fun.
I come in and I think I'm a 3.5.
Right.
What do you say to me?
You pull them aside.
In what
or is it-
world are you a 3.5?
Well, whatever. How do you say it to the person?
Well, Coach Colleen has been really great at teaching us pickleball etiquette.
Okay. Which some people adhere to and some don't.
Wait, I want to hear what Heath tells the person who sucks.
He tells them they suck. I mean,
No,
he doesn't
they have to
mince
move
words.
on.
I don't do that.
What do you say?
It depends who it is. Like if someone has an
What if
attitude.
it was like Cliggy?
Well, Clicky's a pretty good player.
Clicky plays pickleball?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a great guy. I like him a lot.
My world's just collided.
We love Cliggy.
I want to go play pickleball with Clicky.
He's
Now I'm
pretty
in.
good. He's actually pretty good. I don't really know. Everybody's got an individual thing. Like, I don't know. If I don't like the person, I might just say, well, that's not your level.
In the tournament.
No, in the tournament, if I saw somebody entering that was trying to sandbag,
Yeah.
which is they're way better than what they're signing up for,
Oh.
then I would, and I've done that. I actually move them to
What
the right
level is
division.
Sonia?
She's a 3.5.
Oh, I bet she's
What are we
really
again? Twos?
good.
Yeah, you're about a 2.
We're maybe 2.
I mean, I haven't seen you play, but if you just started,
Yeah.
you're probably a 2 and rising.
I'll take that. A 2 and rising.
Maybe a 2. I have to see you play. It could be a 2.5.
We're pretty crummy.
Maybe a 2. And it actually
Maybe
goes,
a 1-8.
It actually goes lower than 2, but nobody even uses that.
Oh,
It does.
Yeah, nobody uses anything lower than 2.
we'll say
I'm gonna ask Coach. I'm gonna text Coach Colleen.
1-8 and rising.
Say, are we a 2? Are we a 2.0 or higher?
She's probably going to say you're a 2.5, and she might just maybe to make you feel good. Depends on what kind of person she is.
Okay. So Stephanie
But
and I
that
enter, and you
puts-
put us in the 2.0 group.
Okay, I'll have to create one for you. But
So rude and disrespectful. But whatever.
she said that. I didn't say.
Let's just move on. Fine. We're in the goddamn
So anyway-
2.0 group.
Tons of people, and I run the tournament very fast because when you play pickleball tournaments, you sign up, you pay $70, $80, $100 to play, and you're only guaranteed by most tournaments 3 matches.
Do you have sponsors?
Yeah, I have sponsors.
I've never been asked to be a
paddle
sponsor.
companies.
Have you?
No, we want a sponsor.
No, my sponsors are like major paddle companies.
Well,
We're
okay,
Major
Weinstein
paddle
Keach
companies.
is a major.
we're a major sales force.
Yeah.
I understand that, and I'll ask you next time.
Okay.
I got a
Thank
tournament
you.
coming up that we're going to talk about that I'd love to have you sponsor.
We're in.
All right. Anyway, so
We only want to sponsor Center Court.
usually, okay.
Yeah.
Usually they, most tournaments, they don't give you a lot of matches for your money.
The 3-5 group, maybe.
They don't give you a lot of matches, and
Oh.
depending on who's running it, it runs really slow.
Oh.
So you'll play a match in a match is first to 11 by 1 or 2, and that only
I have an idea.
that only lasts
Wait a minute. What did you
15
just say?
minutes.
The first to 11 by 1? What does that mean?
or 2.
What?
Depends on who's running the
I
tournament.
don't understand what that means.
The first to 11 points. That's a game.
The first
Oh.
team to 11, the
Right.
first group to 11 points wins. Remember,
Right.
Coach Colleen was like,
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
Right.
2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
So some tournaments, it depends on how many. If we have a lot of people, we'll do it first to 11 by 1.
Okay.
So I really try to give people a lot more than 3 matches. I had 1 division. I had 8 divisions in my last tournament. They had 9 matches each. So
Do a
Wow,
loser's
Heath.
bracket?
no,
Oh.
no, it's a round robin. And then
Everyone's a winner?
And then no,
Oh.
then the winners of the round robin go into medal matches. So pickleball, unlike tennis, where tennis gives trophies,
Yep.
like we give medals.
Oh.
So it's gold, silver, bronze. So that's all the divisions get gold, silver,
We
bronze.
hosted a cornhole tournament on Sunday, and we gave out medals and trophies.
Well, that's cornhole.
Yeah. Just saying.
Good for you. If you want trophies and medals,
Yeah.
play cornhole.
Right.
If you just want a medal
At my house.
at Meredith's.
If you just want
Backyard.
at Meredith's house.
Yes. she has
You
a
had trophies and
fabulous
medals at your
backyard.
house?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Meredith don't play.
I try
She
to make
quit school
I
because
try-
of recess.
I try to make the tournament move really fast because a lot of tournaments you play one game and you'll sit for an hour and you won't play.
Oh, God.
What do you say? All right,
Right.
so you're like here on Center Court. Give us a play-by-play.
No, I'm not. I'm not the announcer. I just announce the matches,
Oh,
like
Like-
who's on the court.
Weinstein Keach versus
Yeah, exactly. On court 3. That's it.
first
That's all I do.
Cliggy.
Cliggy and Benny.
Clicking Rab.
Cliggy and Steven Rabb.
So I move my tournaments really fast, and people really like that because they don't like, especially like older people.
You might be showboating a
You
little
can't play,
But
maybe,
wait.
but you can't play and then sit there and sit around. You
Okay,
get,
but
you get cold.
first of
you know
all,
what I mean?
people play at different speeds, so how can it move quickly?
No, I mean I call the matches quick. I don't have
Oh.
open. I don't leave open courts. I like make the whole thing move fast.
Because
know
you
what I
owned
mean?
a
People
restaurant,
like that.
so you don't want an open table.
Right, exactly. So people like that. They don't like sitting around.
Right.
They don't like getting cold.
Right.
They don't like playing only 3 matches.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've brought some good things to the tournaments, and
Yeah.
they've been run really well.
Excellent.
So after the tournament in February, before the tournament, a friend of mine says to me,
Who?
"You should alert the media."
Oh.
I said, "I should."
That's where
Meredith
we
loves
come in.
a press release. Meredith says we should do a press release.
She's
But
like,
we
"You
never did a press
should
release about
alert the
us."
media."
We will. Guess
I
what?
said,
Our first anniversary is coming up.
"Why am I alerting the media? because this is a big deal. And I'm
Right.
like, is it?
You're giving us a lot of ideas
I had
about us.
my first tournament. I had players from 11 states play.
Shut up, Heath.
It was incredible.
How'd you do that?
Just putting it on this pickleball brackets website and then plastering it all over Facebook and stuff.
Oh,
So
People like
she
the
says you should alert the
underground.
media, and I said I should. So I call a photographer guy I know from the Enterprise.
who?
He comes.
Vasconcelos.
Yeah, he comes. He's blown away by it. He says, I'm gonna have
Ricardo Montalban.
I'm gonna have
He's award-winning, Marcus.
Oh, yep.
I'm gonna have a reporter call you and talk to you about this.
You're like famous.
So she calls, we do an interview. Like a week later, this massive article in the Enterprise.
Front
And,
page?
I don't know. I think
Below the
part of it
fold?
was on the front page.
Below the fold.
Yeah. And then
Below the fold.
That's big stuff.
and inside too.
Oh boy.
But then
Get it?
my phone's blowing up.
course it is.
MSN.com and Yahoo Sports
Shut
picked it up.
the F
They
up.
picked the story up.
Shut up.
And it was on those things. And I'm like,
Shut
what the hell's going on?
Basically bigger than the Kardashians.
It was unbelievable.
Heath.
Slightly.
we should
slightly
get
bigger.
we should get Heath sweatshirts that say Heath is my pickleball instructor.
Yes.
Yes. I like that.
Yes.
I have a cup that says contains the tears of my Heath's pickleball opponents.
Well, there you go.
But I don't.
No, I don't think
keep
that
it
that's
around.
funny.
Well, my friend got
I
it
like
for me.
Heath as my pickleball instructor better.
Okay. So anyway,
He dinks it in the kitchen.
it was
Yeah.
it was amazing.
I dink it in the kitchen.
It was an amazing experience to like take the club from
Heath,
not having pickleball
It's amazing.
to that kind of stuff, and then we had another 180 in April, and then this what is it? June yet? No.
It's yeah.
So June
No.
June 30th.
Tomorrow's June 1st.
June 30th,
30 days.
July 1st and 2nd, we have our next tournament.
What day?
June 30th, July 1st and 2nd. It's the weekend.
I'm not doing a tournament.
I'm going to be away then.
Well,
I'll
we're
be on
having
a-
a tournament,
I'll be on a cruise.
and it's on Pickleball Brackets. You
Not
can go
going.
on there and search Brown Balloon Club and sign up for the tournament.
You don't
We
want to
have-
do a tournament?
We have
Nope.
we have singles, we have skinny singles, we have women's singles, we have
Sign me up.
doubles,
Skinny
we have
singles.
Do you have
men's
chunky
doubles,
singles?
women's doubles. No, we don't have chunky singles.
Can you
Men's
imagine?
doubles.
All
We have mixed
chunky
doubles.
singles over here.
Skinny singles, you just play half the
Skinny
court.
single.
Oh,
Half the
Oh.
court.
that might work for me.
Maybe.
Half the court.
You don't have to run.
You run less, that's for sure.
Aren't they
Older people like it.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anyway.
sounds amazing.
So
I'm not
it's been-
doing that.
I don't think I'm ready
But
for a
that sounds
tournament yet,
amazing.
but we'll get
And
there.
now you're becoming famous, Heath. You're an
I'm
MSN.
famous.
You're famous.
Pretty much.
I think you should consult. I think you should go around the country and help these tennis clubs.
I've had actually a couple of clubs ask me to run tournaments for them.
What do you do for
Heath,
brackets?
would you do that?
Talk to me about
I'm
brackets.
thinking about it. What do you mean?
Brackets. What system do you use to create brackets
When do I create brackets?
for your tournament?
It's a website called Pickleball Brackets.
Oh,
Everything's done on there.
okay.
The whole thing, the whole setup's done. The running of the tournament's done through
You
there.
have to pay to be on that site.
It's actually very expensive.
Yeah, see, they're the ones who make the money. The bracket system is the toughest. We did it with the wiffle ball tournament for 10 years.
Well, it's easy if you now. There's so many websites you can do brackets on.
Right.
Print my brackets. I mean,
We
there's-
didn't, when we were doing it, we had to buy software from Russia.
What?
There were no apps for brackets.
There's
That's
plenty
the
of
difficult
websites for brackets,
And
and,
the
they've been out
difficulty-
longer
This
than 10
was years ago, Heath.
Yeah.
10 years. There was
The difficulty is too.
There wasn't
is
even
the
internet.
numbers, like when you cap it for your teams, and then making sure that the teams show up the day out because it could mess up your whole bracket
100%.
system. That was
the first one
always
we
a big
ran.
stress.
The first night, Friday night singles, 2 guys didn't show up,
And you're like-
and I had to recreate the whole thing. But
Yeah.
it took me, through the software. It took me minutes.
yeah.
Oh.
Once
was
we got
easy.
the software,
That's not
it was a
bad.
little better.
Yeah, it's there's a learning curve to all that.
Yeah.
running the software,
Yeah.
running the tournaments.
Yeah.
But once you know it, you know
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta climb that learning curve, and
Once
Yeah.
you know, you know.
Stressful, high stress.
but that's
Wow.
why the people that do it get paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's work.
yeah.
But I enjoy it.
Is it self-reporting for the score?
What do you mean self-report?
So with wiffle ball, we'd finish our game, and then you go to the person who's designated to report the
when
score.
you finish a game at one of these tournaments, you bring the score sheet back to the tournament desk, and my guy Jacob enters the score.
Yeah, got it.
So it's live. So people are following it
Yeah.
on their app live.
Yeah.
On their phone. so they can see,
God.
the positions of the round robin if they're going to make the medal rounds.
Yeah,
and all
got
that
it.
stuff. I mean, some people are much more into it than others.
Well, that's
you know?
amazing because of the technology you have now. We didn't have it when we were running the wiffle ball tournament. And I was thinking that recently, like how great it would be to have the Game Changer app where everybody's got it on their phone.
Yeah.
So you can see where you're advancing.
Yeah.
You'd have to go up and we'd like literally have to use like Velcro to advance for the
I think
brackets.
pickleball is a little maybe advanced in that, you know what I mean? Where a lot of the stuff has been thought out and people are using technology to help, you know, for sure.
Especially
I
when
know
the
that
tournament's so helpful.
If before I ran the big tournaments, I ran some smaller tournaments, and I've done that in tennis for years. And I use different websites to print round robins and all this stuff, but it's all manual,
Right.
If I didn't have the pickleball bracket software or something similar, there's no way I could do 200 people.
It was
That's
a
crazy.
lot. We had 100
Right.
teams, and it was a lot. It
Yeah.
was like we had to have an army of volunteers and
Yeah.
a guy manning the laptop
Yeah,
and
yeah.
volunteers over here to report your score to. And
Basically, it's been
a lot.
me and this guy Jacob.
Yep.
Brian, the owner of the club, helps out, and his wife Janelle helps out, and anything we need, and they're like getting water and bringing us food because I'm stuck there the whole weekend.
Right.
From Friday night to Sunday night, I leave at midnight.
Well,
on
that's
Sunday
huge.
night.
We only did
Oh,
it in one
wow.
day. It was crack of dawn to like
this is 8 events. So
night.
like Friday night we start with singles.
Yep.
Then Saturday we do 3 different levels of mixed doubles, and
It's a
each
lot.
event's about 4 hours.
Yeah.
So and then Sunday we do 4 more events, and they're about 4 hours. So
Finals.
What exactly are
No,
you doing?
like different. So like Friday night would be singles.
Okay.
At the end of the night would be the medal rounds.
Okay.
So we leave at 11.
Oh,
when that
okay.
ends.
Wow.
So then Saturday there's 3 different levels of mixed doubles.
Yep.
So that's 3-0, 3-5, and 4-0 plus. And then Sunday is 2 different levels of men's doubles and 2 different levels of women's doubles. We end it with the men's doubles at the highest level, and we're out of there at like 11 at night.
So it's not like
11
you
at night.
play Friday, advance to Saturday, advance
No,
to Sunday.
No, it's
you
just
play
depends on
Friday
what-
and you're done.
Yeah.
each event is about 4 hours. You play it and you're
Got
done.
it.
You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people will play singles and doubles and mixed doubles.
Oh.
So some people play 3 events.
Yeah.
So they're there all weekend. You know what I mean? So some people are way more into it than others.
God,
It's a lot.
But
that's too much.
well, I was there till 1 a.m. playing last night, and then I had a private at 8 this morning.
Wow.
So it depends how much you like it.
Right.
I mean, some people are crazy about pickleball. It's insane.
Well,
how
it's like that
crazy
with
they are.
any sport, right? Anything.
Sure.
People, different ends of the spectrum.
I just wonder if it's, as an organizer of it, I wonder if it's a fad or, and everybody always says that to me. And I'm like, well, it's been around since 65. And the popularity around here is only, a couple years really. It doesn't seem like a fad, but
Well, also
Who
going to
knows?
say,
I don't think it's a fad.
So this was a conversation that we had with Rec because
I'm sure.
we're creating all these pickleball courts.
they
right?
just voted 4 new ones at the high school.
Correct. Yep. We just got the funding for it.
Yeah. You got my check
No.
for the funding.
No, but if you have it on you, we'll take it right now.
But our baby boomer generation is the largest generation alive, right? And so the sport is predominantly over 55, right? So that makes sense there. So I think we'll see the ebb and flow, right? Will we see it in 10 years when that population dies, essentially? And will a new population coming in? Now, by putting 4 pickleball courts at the high school,
Yeah,
you're getting
the younger
Right.
people,
kids.
for
You're
sure.
getting the kids being able to play at gym
Wonder if
and
Gregory
starting
plays
and,
pickleball.
and starting that foundation, right? So you got to find out where these sports are where they starting, where they getting upload to.
Right, that makes sense.
And
Get to start with the younger people.
yeah, and so I think by virtue of that, people like me learning to play and then introducing it to my
To your kids, for sure.
That's where you're going to have it. I mean, it's nice because it's not tennis.
Right.
Right? Not
No, it's
everybody
way
can
easier to
play
learn.
tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's fun and it appeals to the masses. And I think that's
Definitely
what the
does.
explosion is.
I think that, if I was giving somebody, say the same person, a tennis lesson, to get as far with that as I could with a pickleball lesson in the same amount of, it wouldn't happen.
Right.
It would take me probably maybe a couple of months of 1 lesson a week to make the same progress in tennis that I could in 1 lesson with pickleball.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really, that's the thing is like that in the article that was in the Enterprise,
Where do we find this
That-
article? We'll Google it.
in the Enterprise.
Yeah.
that was the title of it. Anyone can play, you know what I mean? And that was my whole theme when they interviewed me. It was that like, that's the beauty of it. That really, I can't say that enough. Anybody can really play.
Right.
You can go out there with no experience and hit the ball back and forth.
Guess what? Colleen told us one of her first people was in a wheelchair. Her first guy was in a wheelchair. She said he was amazing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She said it was really good.
I mean, that's not really what I was talking about.
Can we talk about pickleball outfits? Like, what are you supposed to be wearing? When you show up at a tournament, what do you wear?
Right.
I mean, a lot of people are wearing like yoga pants, a lot of women.
Oh.
Anything, if tennis players.
You like to show your legs.
Tennis players wear.
You like a skirt, a golf skirt.
I do, because when my legs are covered, they get cold. I mean, get hot.
Tennis players wear their tennis clothes.
Oh.
I mean, I do. Okay. And women do.
Okay.
Can you show us some paddles?
I got paddles.
Oh, you brought stuff.
Some people have never even seen a paddle. So it's a cross between like a ping pong paddle. It's a big ping pong paddle.
Yeah, I think so.
So these are pickleball paddles. So this one right here.
Oh, that's a pretty color.
This is the SLK Selkirk Halo Control 16 millimeter. And this just came out last week. It's the Paris Todd signature paddle.
Who's Paris Todd?
Paris Todd is my favorite pickleball player. She's the hottest thing you've ever seen.
What, really?
She's so hot. And I might marry her one day, actually.
Heath, this is so exciting.
I have her paddle. So this is my first step to marriage.
Right?
I actually use this
It'll be
paddle.
good too. You can hit her on the tush.
I used to use this paddle with the old coloring, but this is the new.
It kind of glows.
The blue is her thing.
Is it like an aqua?
Yeah, it's like a baby blue. So this is a Selkirk. SLK is the brand.
What about the noise that comes from pickleball hitting the paddle? Are there different dampening effects from different paddle balls?
Definitely. So like.
Do you have a quiet one?
So like this paddle. This is a popular paddle. This is a $250 paddle.
Oh wow.
Meredith, buy it
it's
now.
It's real thin, and it's very loud when you hit a pickleball with it.
Oh.
See how thin that is?
Yeah.
See how thick that is?
Yeah.
This is way quieter.
Oh.
And this gives you more control
Oh.
when you have a thicker one.
Which one does Cliggy have?
Cliggy has one by this. It's not this one, but it's this brand, Pro Kennex.
Oh.
But see, they come in all different sizes and shapes.
Why would you want a circle over a square?
Just preference.
I mean, this really does look like a ping pong paddle.
Yeah. So this is elongated. It's called. It's a little longer. So I recommend these more for tennis players. They come out of tennis. The handle's longer. You can fit two hands on it if you want to have a two-handed backhand.
Oh.
This.
Do you recommend a two-handed backhand in pickleball?
100%. 100%. You get way more. You can guide it more with the other hand. It's way better. It's a little harder to set up for, so you have to move.
Right.
If you're not going to move your feet in pickleball, you're probably going to have a one-handed backhand.
Now, how do folks accessorize here? Like, where do you customize? Is it in your pickleball cover, paddle cover?
No, Meredith, guess what? This stuff comes off.
No, that doesn't on this paddle. But you can put tape around. You can put lead to weight it, or you can just put tape, like she said.
Bedazzle.
You can do grips. Different color. A lot of women do like pink grips.
Wait, could I do a little rhinestone tape?
You could, but it will probably come off if you hit it. But this, see how this one's that size and this one's way wider?
Yes.
So this is a traditional pickleball.
And that has
shape.
a hole in it.
This has a hole in it for aerodynamics, but the squareness of it is more of a traditional pickleball shape. And you get more room to hit the ball. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But, for me, a lot of tennis players, I find like something a little bit smaller. It feels more like playing tennis than the paddle. Then you got, all different types of things. This is the first responsive from Diadem. This is the Warrior Edge. I don't really.
Guess what we're going to do? We're going to be making pickleball paddles.
And then
I'd have to try them.
Can you imagine Weinstein Keach?
This is the one you
Add
can
it
do
to
that.
the list.
You can make your own you can brand your own pickleball paddles.
We could sign.
This is the one I use.
We could autograph them.
This is a
1 second.
this is a Eula Hyper-On. This is a Ben Johns signature. Ben Johns is the best player in pickleball, and Paris Todd is the best looking player in pickleball. The best player overall in pickleball is probably Annalie Waters. She's a 16-year-old girl.
Oh.
She's been the best since she was 15. She's probably
Shea Hennessy.
That's what I'm thinking.
she's probably regarded the best pickleball player in the world.
Are there scholarships for pickleball?
Not yet.
No, not that I know of, but I bet there will be.
I bet there
But
is.
anyway, this
We
is
don't need
mine.
it,
This
but
is what I use. And then this is a carbon. That's the brand CRBN. And this is a very popular brand. They make all different shapes and sizes. And
That's something square.
a lot of people, this one's a square one. Yeah, they make ones that are a little smaller. But all these different brands we sell at the pro shop, at the Brown Balloon Club. I have my own pro shop.
Oh.
We have Eula, Selkirk,
Do you
SLK,
have your own
ProKennex, Didem.
pickleball paddle, Steph? Do you have your own paddle?
You must have got a paddle.
I had to get a paddle.
And you didn't buy from Heath?
Well, it's just a starter paddle.
Where'd you get it, Tix?
I can't tell you. You're going to be so mad at me.
Why would I be mad?
I can't believe Meredith even brought that up.
I did it on purpose.
What do you mean? What, did you buy it online? You buy it from somebody?
Did you buy it from Coach
Oh
Colleen?
no, I know what it is.
Did you get it from Coach Colleen?
No.
It was Coach Colleen.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Why does she have paddles to sell?
She's a rep.
Oh, a rep. Reps are a joke.
Well, she's not a joke. She's our.
No, I'm not saying
our
she's a
coach.
joke, but
That's all right. I have to buy more paddles anyway.
all reps do is they get a couple paddles from a company.
Yeah.
And then they get a code.
Yeah.
For a discount.
Well, she
It's
said
not even a
this used
huge
to be
code.
140.
Yeah,
now it's only 90.
Okay.
Heath, how much?
What kind of paddle is it?
I don't know. How much? Should I go to the car? How much is this one?
Those are so when you buy it from the Brown Balloon Pro Shop,
Yeah.
you get a discount.
How much?
That's $125. They're normally $140.
I like that one. I think I want to get a paddle.
Can you buy one now?
No. 'Cause
Why?
I want to hold them.
You don't even deserve to hold this.
Heath just ripped it out of my hands. I felt like Coach Colleen wanted me really badly to buy that paddle.
All right, well.
Well, she felt you needed it.
Well, I didn't have one, and
Guess who's not here right now?
Coach Colleen.
That's right.
Well, when I go to buy my
Are
paddle,
you going to have Coach Colleen on the show?
I'm going to Brown Balloon.
Thank you,
I am
Meredith.
too.
Yeah. But when I sign my kids and husband up,
Yeah.
they don't need a paddle to start out with, right?
I'm looking. That's another thing.
They're going to say they need it.
I let them use it.
Okay.
I let them. I have demos at the club. You
Yeah.
have to come to the club. You have to play at the club. I don't let you take. Everybody's like, "Can I take the demo somewhere else and play?" No.
Right.
That's so rude
I
and
know.
stupid. Who
No.
says that?
A lot of
rude.
people. You'd
Can
be
I take
surprised.
your demo over
Yeah.
to Sure. Go
You'd-
ahead.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, over to
The
Pickles.
whole reason of having them is so that people can use them to figure out what they want.
Right.
Right.
But I only let people that come and play at our club do that. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
What do I look like? Everybody's
And
grandfather?
so if somebody comes in to go get a paddle ball, what are some of the questions you ask them?
Say that again.
When somebody comes in to get a paddle,
Like when I come
Yeah.
in, what are you going to ask
what are you
me?
going to say to Meredith?
How am I going to help you find
Assess
a
her.
paddle?
Yeah.
So, did you play tennis before? Do you use topspin? Do you have a one-handed or two-handed backhand? Do you need power or control?
No, I don't know.
Heath, what about if you're a lefty or righty?
Doesn't matter.
What if you?
It doesn't matter.
So
if you're
I think
lefty
I
or
need to go
righty.
through advanced beginner because I can't answer any of those questions.
Do we need to retake our beginners?
Hold on. No,
class?
you didn't play tennis.
Right.
You probably don't have any topspin.
I don't know what that means.
She has zero topspin.
So you don't know
I have
what,
tons of top
what your
spin.
grip should be. So how you hold it is pretty important.
It is.
Yeah. When you've been doing the classes, have you been using a one-handed backhand most of the time?
Oh, definitely not two.
Okay. So that's telling. And
I
then-
do. I used to.
Do you?
You do?
That's good.
Thanks.
I like that.
Thanks, Heath.
I mean, some people are good with one. It's
I don't have enough power with one.
yeah, that's the thing. And you can also use your left hand to direct it.
Apparently I have too much power because it's not good.
Yeah, and I
So maybe you need a paddle that offers you more control.
Right.
Are you hitting balls long? Like hitting them out?
kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, so you need a paddle with control.
Yeah.
She's out of control.
And then you need a paddle with power. You're not
I
hitting
mean,
them far.
Stephanie was pretty powerful. It's just we're not accurate yet.
Yeah.
and
mean,
I
that's
freeze.
normal.
How do you get over?
We just
freezing?
have to keep playing because we don't like
You're freezing at the back of the court?
we
No,
haven't
I'm
done
just
it enough.
freezing, like,
up
when-
front, like
Yeah.
just
I
past
don't know
the
what to
kitchen.
do.
I think that's a
I don't know which way to put my paddle.
You don't smoke pot either.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Sometimes I hit the pen. Only in New York.
You don't do
Never
it
in
at pickleball.
Massachusetts.
Well, it's legal in Massachusetts, so
No, I know, but I'm just saying I don't smoke in Massachusetts.
why?
It's a thing Kim
'Cause we're
Lazarian
in
and I have.
control. We're in control.
We're in
Heath.
control.
I'm pretty sure Kim Lazarian smokes in Massachusetts.
Well, she does, but I don't.
I know Avi does anyway.
Oh,
I
God.
can't speak for Kim.
Yeah.
She's my cousin.
I know. She was going to sneak on the podcast
Wait,
today.
I didn't know
Oh, that
she's
would've
your
been awesome.
cousin.
Yes, Kim's Heath's cousin.
Yeah,
She
she's my
said, I
cousin.
need to come back on the podcast. I said,
Speaking of that,
I go,
you
Heath
guys,
is coming on.
you went to Katz's this weekend, and I saw the video. It was great. I missed the place. I haven't been in
Where's
a while.
Katz's?
So
What
Katz's
Manhattan?
Deli in
It
New York
is
City.
the most famous
It
deli
is.
in New
It
York
is.
City.
It's all.
Did you see my reel I made?
No.
It was good.
Meredith, it was so good.
It's also
Sorry.
the most overrated deli probably in the world.
Well,
Well, that was like the Carnegie Deli. Like
Yeah.
they just give you
It's better than the
2
Carnegie
pounds
Deli.
of shaved meat. I was like,
It
how am I
doesn't
gonna eat
matter,
this?
right? It's the
dumb.
experience.
Yeah, and it's a great experience.
And you're right about the egg rolls.
Right?
No, you're right.
How
I
were the
used to
pickles
go
there? Good
I,
pickles?
I used to go there all the
Delicious
time
pickles.
because I used to do guitar shows in New York City, and I used to
Oh.
go, and I'd have a crew like 5-6 people working with me, and we'd go, and we went. We went one, and this kid John, he's in the back. He's like, "Give me a ham and cheese," and like all the guys cutting the meat stopped. They
God.
stopped.
You can't have a ham and cheese?
Not at a Jewish deli.
Oh.
And they
I
stopped.
love a ham and cheese.
And they look up. They go, "Who said that?" I go, "This fucking guy right here."
Did they kick him out? Get out.
I looked
Get
at him like,
out.
"Dude,
It's like the soup Nazi.
I'm like, dude, you can't order ham
Who
and cheese.
does
in
that?
here, man."
Meredith wants to order.
It was
I love a
totally
ham
like
and
the soup
Swiss.
Nazi. It
Hey,
was
can I
totally
tell
like
my
the soup
quick
Nazi.
story about my son?
Hurry
with the
up
bass?
because we have 5 minutes or less.
Party this weekend at my house. Friend comes over, John P. Mullen. He said, can I bring my guitar and amp? I said, please do.
There you go.
So he pulls it out. Now my son is taking electric bass
Yeah.
lessons, new to it this year, and only in the school environment, and he takes lessons up in Mockingbird.
Yep.
So he sees John come in and he goes, Mom, should I go get my bass? And I said, fucking A right, you should go get my bass.
Yeah.
And I'll help you find your amp.
There you go.
So we go get it, and he played for the first time
That's
on our
exciting.
patio with friends and family. He played with John Mullen.
That's
and
cool.
it was the best experience from a parenting
Yeah, of course.
perspective
Of course.
ever. It was so great because he was there feeling, he's new to it, but
Yeah.
like taking the upright bass for a while and taking
That's cool.
lessons.
Upright bass is cool.
So I love what you do because
Oh,
it's
thank you.
just, it's a different switch in the brain for someone.
Well, my son graduated Berkeley a couple of years ago.
I know, it's
and,
amazing.
Like watching him do that and the whole process of it.
Oh,
Like it makes what I do worth what I do.
I bet.
'Cause,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
To bring my son up in that environment and to have him graduate Berkeley
Right.
like that.
right,
I mean, what else is life about?
right.
Should
It's
we
just
should we
awesome.
have you on for part 3, Heath?
Yeah.
And we can sing.
Wait, I didn't get the check from the last time.
Nobody wants me to sing. I can't sing.
What are we singing?
I don't know. Let's
You can sing.
let's sing.
What are you going to sing?
I don't know.
We can sing the.
Heath has a
the
lot
theme
of
song.
songs.
I mean, I sung on Sunday night because nobody really could hear me sing to John's songs.
Oh. Meredith thinks that John Mullen is the funniest man.
Who I don't even know who John.
He's
Mullen
wicked
is.
fun.
He's really
He's
funny.
a friend of yours.
Yeah, local
Yeah.
guy.
Well, you just got to mention on the podcast.
Although I like that realtor from Newton. He calls me Knish.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he says Team Knish.
How many Jewish people are on your team?
Mm.
Half.
Me, Alexa, Brooke.
that's
Who
it.
else? That's it?
Stephanie. I mean Jennifer.
Oh, Benny. Just
4.
4.
Benny, yeah.
4 out of 11.
Oh, not bad.
Hmm.
You got to work on that.
I'm going to work on that today. So, Heath, do you want to come back for part 3? Or are you done with us?
I mean, did we not cover certain things?
No, we can definitely cover more.
There's-
I wanted
Yeah.
to talk about seafood cooking today.
What?
I had
This is a
more I wanted to
pickleball
talk-
podcast.
I know. Well, that we gave you the floor, but next time I'd like to go back to cooking seafood.
Can we do it?
Whatever you guys want me to do, I'll do.
I had
Oh,
steamers on
I have
Saturday.
fun. I have fun talking to you both. You're both fine
Right?
women, and
Beautiful.
I appreciate you having me.
2
We're-
minutes, Ben said. 2 minutes.
Probably the prettiest pickleball team.
Totally.
Like we should have our own paddle, maybe.
Yeah, we want to sponsor something.
50
and
plus.
we want to get our names
2.0.
on a paddle.
Yeah.
You can do all that.
We could autograph.
Well, can you
the
help
world
us?
is your oyster. Yeah, I can help you do that.
Okay.
I can
Thanks,
help you
Heath.
sponsor stuff, and I can help you brand your own pickleball paddles for Weinstein Keach. Team Weinstein Keach.
No,
pickleball
seriously,
paddles.
can you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
All
We're in.
right, cool. Thanks, Heath.
I'll send you some links.
My name's Meredith Keach.
My name is Stephanie Weinstein.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for
Heath.
coming, Heath.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, sweet Ben.
Thanks, Ben. Sweet, sweet Ben.
Thanks, sweet.